If you want to learn about the present, you can often look into the past. So if you want to learn about China, Shenyang is a place you definitely don't want to miss. Shenyang used to be the capital during the early Qing dynasty and was the founding base of Manchu culture. Today, we're going to explore this wonderful city, old and new. I'm Yin, and welcome to Travelogue. Let's go. Shenyang, the capital of Liaoning province, blends the perfect ingredients for an interesting journey. This city boasts an imperial palace, tombs of 2 former emperors, amazing acrobatics, a magical slope, drool-inducing delicacies, and a shopping district that will catch any girl's eye. Although a modern metropolis today, its golden years occurred at the dawn of the Qing dynasty in the 17th century, when the Manchu Emperor Nur Ha-Chi crowned Shenyang as the new capital of China. Exploring Shenyang is like having the pages of your history book come to life. Our first stop is Central Temple, the closest structure to the palace. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, and 45. It only took 45 steps to complete my tour around this temple. But although it's small, it doesn't mean it's not important. It served as the center of the ancient Shenyang. And if you think about it, when the imperial palace was built, it was built around this temple in order not to disturb it. That's why there's that bend, that corner right over there. Let's take a look at the other side of that wall, the imperial palace. Welcome to the Emperor's home in Shenyang. There's 2 big differences between this palace and the one in Beijing. Let's see if you can find them. The Imperial Palace was the first palace of the founders of the Qing dynasty in the 17th century, Nur Ha-Chi and his son Huang Taiji. It emerged as Shenyang's showcase structure. Upon walking through the gate, the main architecture on the central axis is the Chongzheng Dian, where the emperor attended to political affairs. Inside is an emperor's throne decorated with intricate dragons. Since the first rulers, the emperors have taken the dragon as the central image. The palace is divided into 3 main sections: the eastern, middle, and western. It boasts more than 300 impressively decorated rooms. And the palace resembles Beijing's, except it's only 1/12 of the size. I'm standing above Phoenix Tower, which used to be the tallest structure in Shenyang. Now, although that's not the case anymore, we can still see the roofs of those buildings over there. And this is actually one of the characteristics of Manchu culture, and one difference between the Imperial Palace here and in Beijing. The roofs, if you look at the borders, are green, whereas in Beijing, they're completely gold. And that's because the Manchu people are people from the grasslands and the forests. And so they have a love for nature and for greenery. This is a typical Manchu courtyard, and it could later be found in Beijing as well. On the sides are residences, and the one I just walked out of over there has a very distinctive feature. If you look, The door is on the side and not in the center. This is also very Manchu. The Dazheng Hall, or the Hall of Great Affairs, is the leading attraction of the palace, on the eastern section. It is an octagonal wooden structure in vivid red and lacquered gold, with 2 pillars with twisting dragons. This 8-sided structure has characteristics from many different nationalities. For instance, there's no walls here, only these 48 doors, and this is very Manchu. At the same time, if you look here, the structure is made all of wood. And over there, on these poles, are dragons, and that's very, very Han. The hall has an elaborate throne that was where ceremonies and meetings were conducted. It incorporates the architectural style of the Manchus as well as the Han and the Mongols. In front of the hall are 10 pavilions for the Manchurian tribal lords to gather for the discussion of state affairs. They form neat rows along the left and the right sides of the plaza before the hall, and was one of the places where the tribesmen and emperor could work together. The Vinsu Pavilion stands out from other structures because of the green poles and also the black tiles on the roofs. It's because it's a library with a complete collection of 4 branches of books. The 4 branches of books, or 四库全书, is a large-scale collection compiled in the Qianlong reign, who was the 6th Qing emperor. In the 四库全书are important works pertaining to 5,000 years of Chinese civilization. And although it doesn't compare to a modern-day library, well, this was where it was at back in the day. I found the second big difference between the Imperial Palace in Beijing and the one in Shenyang. Look at that sign right there. On the left side are Manchu characters, and then on the right are Han characters. Usually, the left side is taken to be the more important one, so it's the reverse in Beijing. A look beyond the ancient city, and you will discover a new world of skyscrapers and modern buildings. However, that's not to say that there aren't any old structures scattered amongst them. The Sacred Heart of Jesus Cathedral is the most well-known church in Shenyang. Luckily, I came in time just to see a wedding. Walking through this church, you will be amazed by the glass-paned windows and its Gothic style. Antiquity does not mean that it's no longer used, because I was told that weddings are frequently held here. At the end of the ceremony, the lights go out and we witness the end of the old day. A brand new day, and I coincidentally found the essence of local life. Now, you may think this is a music band, but these residents actually gather here just for pure interest. Their free performance brings together musical instruments, local opera, and folk dances. All this singing makes me kind of excited. why not? I'll join in too. See, I got a few tricks under my sleeve as well, as I got to show off a few of my moves. Seeing their bright, smiling faces reminds me why I love traveling. It's meeting new people and gaining insight into some corner of their lives. Boutique shops and delicious snacks makes the pedestrians-only Central Street the place to go for excitement and stimulation.
Hey, are you ready to party? Well, this is the most happening place in town, and you gotta come. It's been the capital of fashion since the Ming Dynasty, even today. Let's shop!
However, if you'd rather opt for a quiet place, located near Central Street is Chang'an Temple, the oldest existing temple in Shenyang. The saying is, first there was Chang'an Temple, and then there was Shenyang. Entrance into this temple is free, and you'll notice a stunning contrast between the serenity of the temple and the hustle and bustle of modern life. It's an excellent place to find stillness and peace of mind in the backdrop of Shenyang City. Only the sound of rising smoke can be heard in the distance. And don't forget, food. And I'm not just talking about your simple meal, because they like things fit for an emperor here. The complete Manchu Han banquet originated in Shenyang during the Qing Dynasty and is the largest Chinese banquet, combining essential delicacies from the Manchu and the Han ethnic groups.
汉全席一共有几道菜啊？
有多少道菜呢？说法不同，有的说54道。
I sat down with Professor Wang, and he told